I'm going to be telling you the real reason why you're scared of attractive girls. Being someone who grew up absolutely terrified of girls, was shy and introverted and couldn't talk to them for my life, and now having overcome that fear and have also done this for a lot of my coaching clients who started out the exact same way and using the steps in this video overcame it as well. So I'm going to be breaking down why you feel this way and how to overcome it. Okay, so here's the first thing you need to understand, which is that female beauty is very valuable. The genuine 10 out of 10 girls who have it all, the face, the ass, the tits, the skinny waist, they are perceived as extremely valuable by society. And the issue that you're facing is that you don't feel valuable enough to get that girl. And I know this may sound harsh, but it's the truth. And this is what I was dealing with when I was younger. I didn't have any internal self-value built up. I didn't see myself as the man. I just saw myself as a little kid who was running around the world under my parents' shadow. I didn't have any accomplishments, accolades. I never went out and did something for myself. I never turned nothing into something. I had very little confidence, little courage. I had terrible communication. These were all areas that led me to think that I wasn't valuable enough to get these girls. And there's two things that you need to do if you want to overcome this. And one of them should be obvious. It's build true internal self-value, which we're going to go into in the next step. And the other one is going to be lower the perceived value of beauty. Because once you've been with enough beautiful girls like I have, you start to realize that these girls are just like every single other human being. They have every single insecurity, anxiety, problem that every single person faces. They are no different from the rest. And as they do have standards for who they will get with, they're not going to get with some fat, lazy, unproductive guy who's doing nothing with his life. But if you can meet the standard, which we're going to go into in step 2 on how to actually attain that, you can get with the most beautiful girls 100%. So let's go into those next 2 steps. This is going to be building your value and lowering the perceived value of beauty so that it's actually attainable for you. Okay, boys, so here's the first step, is to build your value. And I actually created a free guide. It's a Notion template using all the steps that I've done over the years, and it's fillable across every single area of physical, mental, skill development, character trait development. So you can grab that now for free. It's the first thing in the description below. And now, what are we going to actually be tackling that's going to allow you to build your value as a man? So one, I think it's obvious, you need to be in great physical shape. I mean, you don't have to be a bodybuilder, but you at least have to be lean with some muscle. If you want the girl who has a lean waist, nice tits, nice ass, she's probably had to build that ass in the gym, why do you expect that you can get that without putting in work yourself? It's an unfair exchange of value. If you want the most beautiful girls with the fittest bodies, you have to have the fit body yourself. There is no substitute for this. So you need to be in the gym. You need to be building yourself up physically as a man. This is one of the most important things that you can do that's going to result in a lot of return on investment. The next thing is mental. Not a lot of guys in the dating space are talking about how important it is to develop mentally. My self-development has been the second leading cause behind physicality of me being able to get girls. Me reading every single day over the last 3 years has allowed me to gain so much knowledge, to build this confidence, to develop courage, to learn communication through sales books, to actually being able to take on sales jobs and succeed. Just develop myself in so many ways that has allowed me to become the man who can now just get with girls, who's confident, who's smooth. I've learned so much through reading, and I've read over 100 books. I don't even know how many. It's a lot at this point. And it's just been this constant source of knowledge that's been allowing me to develop so much. On top of that, just being in having a great mental health state, doing meditation, gratitude journaling, reflective journaling, ice bath, saunas. The gym as well helps with this. Having great mental health makes you this fun, optimistic person that people want to be around. And your mental health is almost as important or even more important than your physical health. So these are things that you really need to dial in. Now, what specific character traits and skills should you develop if you want to get girls? I call it the 3 C's. There's courage, this is first, confidence is second, and then communication. They actually come in this order. If you're like my younger self and you're scared of girls right now, these are the 3 areas that you need to focus on developing. Let me break them down a little bit. So courage comes when you're fearful. That's when you show courage, you demonstrate courage by acting when you are fearful. So when my younger self at 19 was scared to talk to a girl and I went and did it anyway, that was the demonstration of courage. Now, recently, when I showed up to Norway, I was a little scared when I first got there. I was there for a month. But within 2 days, it was just like second nature. I was back to my normal self. I was like, when I first landed, I was like, shit, I'm in this foreign country. I know absolutely no one. I've actually got to pull this together. I haven't done this in quite some time. I mean, even when I've been coming back to Sweden, I know a couple people, I know the area. I was in completely unfamiliar terrain in Norway, and that caused a little anxiety, but I acted anyway and did what I normally would do. I went out to the club, started talking to guys, started talking to girls, and before you know it, I was sleeping with a bunch of girls and I made some friends. And that was the demonstration of courage in the start to get over that initial fear. So this is where everything begins, and it's going to build a lot of your confidence. Now, confidence is going to come from courage, but also building trust in your word with the other things. So I did self-development. Like I said, I would read, meditate, and journal first thing in the morning, and I still do now, every single day. And that builds confidence that I have trust in my word. So when I say I'm going to go talk to a girl, I actually go and do it. Now, there's many other steps which you can tackle in the guide, but that's just one of them. And lastly is communication. Communication is the way that you're going to get everything that you want in this world, whether it is girls or money. You got to understand that communication is the key for you to succeed in life. You need to learn how to communicate, and communication isn't just verbal. It's nonverbal. It's the little things that you do. It's understanding people's thoughts and feelings and the moods they're in, and being able to be extremely dynamic with your communication at all times. That is the key to succeeding with humans in general. Girls is a part of it. So you need to be really good at communication, which is only going to come once you have that courage and confidence. Because if you go up to a girl and you're there so nervous, you're like, I don't know what to say, you're not going to fucking have good communication. You need to be relaxed. You need to be smooth. You need to be just having a good time. You can't be in your head having negative racing thoughts. If you are, the first step for you is just to develop courage and continue doing this until you get over that fear. Once you're over that fear, then you can advance on to the next level and really start developing that communication at a high degree. So these are going to be the ways that you are going to build your value as a man. Of course, there's the financial aspect, but I'm not going to know exactly what every single one of you guys are doing. You just need to be improving yourself, trying to get your money up, trying to improve your status, your looks. You know all those things. I'm telling you the things that actually you can do that most people aren't talking about, that's going to build your value. And once again, this is all in the High Value Man Guide. I'm going to link that below. It's completely free. You can grab that now. And now this next step is absolutely essential, which is lowering the perceived value of beauty. And some of you may hear this and think it's like a little bit of a bad thing, or some of you may talk shit about this, but it's really important that you do this, because when you place too much value on something, you almost make it unattainable within your mind. See, you're not going to fear familiar. You're only going to fear unfamiliar. And what you're doing is you're making this thing so unattainable. Oh, beauty, it's this such important thing. Where I'm out here like, okay, this girl's hot, but is she a nice person? Do I actually like her? Do we get along? Do we vibe? And if we don't, I will walk away from a genuine 10 out of 10 after introducing myself. If we're not vibing, I am not going to sit here and try and convince her to like me. There's so many times I'll go up to a gorgeous, gorgeous girl. She'll just be like, oh yeah, I'm from here. Yeah, I work. I'm like, okay, cool. Have a good night. Bye. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to go talk to some girl who's interested. I would rather take a 9 out of 10 than a 10 out of 10 who is just a great person. See, that's what you got to understand, is that beauty is valuable, but it's not this thing that's unattainable. So you need to start familiarizing yourself with beauty. You need to start talking to beautiful girls all of the time until it's second nature. Until beauty is just, it's just like your same thing as like your guy friends. Do you think that you treat your guy friends differently based off of how attractive they are? No, you treat them exactly the same. They're your boys. It doesn't matter if it's Mikey, Johnny, or Tristan. You're still going to treat them all the same. They're your boys. They're your best friends. Attractiveness doesn't have anything to do with how you treat them. And you almost need to have this with girls. Because when you start pedestalizing one girl for her beauty, oh, she's so much hotter than the rest, this is where you're going to make those slip-ups. You're going to lose your confidence, your courage, your communication. They're all going to go out the window when you pedestalize beauty. So it's so important that you just start talking to every single beautiful girl, and you stop making it such a big deal. And you'll ironically see how you'll get the beautiful girls now. Because every single guy is out here pedestalizing beauty, and you're going to be the only one who's just calm, confident, going up to them, talking, being cool, being nice, being fun, actually just having a good time. If you meet them out at the club, you're just going to party with them. And they're just gonna catch a different vibe from you. When instead of you being that guy who's like, "Oh, you're so beautiful. Can I buy you a drink?" Or early on, you're like compliment, "Oh my God, you're so beautiful." Like they don't give a fuck. They don't like or love you. They don't want your compliments. They don't want you to pedestalize their beauty. They just want to hang out with someone who is fun. This is what I've noticed. If you can just go and hang out with girls and you're just a fun guy and you're social in a social flow state, talking to everybody, even guys, talking to girls, you're talking to everybody and you're just a fun person to be around, this is the kind of guy that girls want to get with. So it's all the self-development, making yourself that high-value man, and then just being a fun, social person who talks to every single girl they find attractive. If you do this, I can promise you that you will get with more girls than you can imagine. And these are the 2 steps. It's building your value. You grab that free guide right now. It's absolutely essential. This isn't going to work if you don't build your value. Once again, if you're the fat slob who does nothing besides watch TV all day, you're not going to be able to, this method's not going to work for you. And the next one is going to be lowering the perceived value by exposing yourself to beauty constantly and also not treating it like this unattainable thing. Those are the steps in this video that's allowed me to go from that shy, introverted kid when I was younger to being this confident extrovert who now gets with beautiful girls, can talk to any hot girl without any issue. These are the exact steps. And this is exactly what I do with all my coaching clients as well, and it works for all of them. So if it works for me, it works for them, it can work for you. You just got to follow the steps in this video and see it out on a long enough time frame, and you will get the results as well.